Hey guys, welcome back to another 3 Megas video. DJI just launched their latest gimbal, which is the RS4 MINI. To me, it is the ultimate travel gimbal. Let me tell you why. I have the RS3 Pro and that gimbal has suited my needs for pretty much everything besides travel. I think the gimbal handles heavy payloads, which is fantastic. I can use my Canon R5 with heavy lenses like the 28-70 f2 and that's no problem. But if I have to travel with that gimbal, I just don't want to. It's just heavy and takes a bit of the space in the suitcase. So I do think that for a travel gimbal, it needs to be compact. And obviously the RS3 Mini is compact, but I just didn't feel the appeal of the RS3 Mini for some reason. So I decided to actually look into a gimbal again. And just so happened, DJI announced the latest RS4 Mini with a new feature, which is the intelligent tracking module. This module, I think, is a game changer for content creators, especially when people are traveling like myself and don't want to set up a static shot like I would do normally, which is on a tripod and just talk to the camera without moving around. I think with the intelligent tracking module, it allows me to be more engaging in the videos in the future, I hope, where I can walk around and still talk to you guys and the camera is tracking me. I actually wanted to put that module to the test, so I decided to take it to a gym that I train, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, martial arts, and I wanted to see how it handles subject tracking in a crowded space. I must say that I was surprised with how well it behaved, but also how it handled the scenarios where the tracking was lost. Let me talk a bit more about that. So when it's able to actually track the subject, it works really well. It's very easy to track. You can just press the trigger on the gimbal and the subject that is the closest to the camera, it will get tracked. And that's perfect. It worked flawlessly. However, there are certain scenarios where the tracking was lost. And my expected behavior for that was that the camera or the gimbal would just stay static and allow the manual override, meaning if I start to turn or tilt, pan, the gimbal will react to that, just allow me to take over. But that was not the case. I noticed that the gimbal would try to track, but it would slowly pan away and lose the tracking even further. So I felt like that was not very useful, and I think this is potentially something that DJI could fix with a firmware update. I did think that if there's a settings for me to say if lost track of the subject, then just allow the manual mode to actually kick in and allow the operator to actually continue with the panning. I think that would be very beneficial and solve a lot of the problems that I face while shooting in a crowded space. That said, the other part that is a bit confusing is that there's no way for me to select the subject. As I mentioned, the subject that is the closest to the camera is the one that gets tracked. But if there's two subjects that are in the same plane, I have no idea which subject is actually being tracked, especially in martial arts where you have two people rolling with each other. It's very hard to know which one is actually being tracked. That is not really a problem that DJI probably will solve, and to be honest, that probably means for those scenarios we shouldn't be using intelligent tracking, which is fair. I think is a fair request. With the RS3 Pro, I would be able to use a Raven Eye and I would be able to actually select the subject, but this is not a Pro gimbal. It is a RS4 Mini, and I think as a Mini, it really excels what it does. I think it adds a lot of value to content creators, to people that travel and want to be able to actually film more engaging shots. I do think that what DJI has come up with for the Mini RS4, it's something that is innovative and it does add value to the market, which is something that I look at when buying a gear. I want to make sure that it's something that adds value and it will help me to create better content in the future. I hope. You guys can tell me otherwise in the future videos if it did help or not. That said, I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you are planning to upgrade from the RS3 Mini to the RS4 Mini, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to know the reasons. Is it because of the intelligent tracking module, or is it because of the locking mechanism that now is available on the RS4 Mini? I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. We're almost hitting 2,000 subscribers, and that's a big milestone that we would really want to hit hopefully soon. But other than that, I hope to see you in the next video.